Hello everyone, I am Kulwant Kaur Rehal from IASPrimers and I am going to discuss one topic of UPSC Essay, and the topic is a ship in harbour is safe, but that is not what ship is for. I think this is one of the easier ones of the essays. When it is easy to interpret, but at the same time, it becomes more challenging because you have to be different. But before I come to that part, let me tell you, we have an essay course and the details of the essay course where we provide mentorship and hand-holding and help you to write nice creative essays which are your own are all in the description box. Okay, so coming back to this, let's talk about this essay now. A ship in harbour is safe. Why are we talking about ship? Right? But it doesn't matter whatever we talk about. It may be John A. Shedd, who wrote this quote, must have had an experience while he was there. But then what does it mean? Does it mean that we stop at ship? Ship is a metaphor. Ship you can personify with anything, whatever it could be. For example, in the first paragraph, we should talk about the keywords. First paragraph is the most important paragraph. It has a lot of functions to do. One is to create interest in the examiner that my essay is going to be good. The second thing is provide clarity about what your essay is going to flow. The flow has to be set there. The tempo of the essay has to be there. So you have to convey to the examiner that you're clear on the topic and your essay is going to be good. And what is going to be your approach, right? So when I saw this, a ship in a harbour is safe, I was reminded that when any machine, it's a machine, a ship is a machine. Any machine, even my sewing machine for example, if I do not use it, it does not get smooth. You have to oil it. All vehicles, if you don't run it, the battery will, battery will die. You know that. It has to be started, and there should be some running. So that is an aspect also, which I think many have not touched upon. So I don't think it is very safe even in the harbour. Ships are meant to go out. Whatever the purpose of life is, you need to do that. Otherwise, you are not going to sustain or be able to do what you're supposed to do. A ship is supposed to go in the seas, high seas, to face storms, to take you from one place to another, to take cargo from one place to another. But if it is just in one place, it might get rusted and it will not be able to do what it's supposed to do. Got that? So similarly in life, if we do not do what we have to do and just be in a comfort zone, if I do not exercise myself, I am going to get stiff and I will not be able to do what I want to do or be as active as I want to be. So that is also an issue. A ship is safe in the harbour? I don't think so. Right? So this is the twist which I am talking about. So the twist should also come in the first paragraph. In the first paragraph, you can tell the examiner that I am going to bring a little bit of a twist there. So this is there. But that is not what ship is for. Whatever your purpose of life, whatever you want to do, first of all, I always say, have you made a decision that where you are going to go in life? Have you decided where you will be 20 years ahead, for example? So if you have decided, then at least you will move in that direction. Otherwise, this is like living life, being standing in one place and wherever the flow takes you, you go there. That is not how we want to live life. We want to have a purpose to life. And believe me, wherever I go for my sessions, the answer I get if I ask them, where do you see yourself 20 years ahead? And I get a big blank. So that clarity has to come. A destination has to come. The ship has to have a destination. Only then it is purposeful. So we have to, in the first paragraph, talk about ship, and talk that ship is a metaphor, or it can be personified to anything. Could be people, could be life, could be situations. A situation where you have to get across. It could be anything. A ship is a vehicle. Okay. So the way you're going to get through. So that is how it is, a journey. So that is what you have to define. And also say, but nevertheless, once this is there, you have to decide a destination, and that is what the purpose of the ship is. But in life, whatever your purpose is, whatever you want to achieve, that is there. But if you do not do that, it does not mean you will be safe. Just because you are in a place you do not do, you're not going to be happy, you're not going to achieve that stardom or wherever you want to see the victory post where you want to plant it or whatever. You're not going to be able to do it. You have to have the goal and you have to go out and achieve it. Without that, without going, it's not going to happen. And when you go out, what happens? So this is what you're going to say in the first paragraph. Just this much. It'll take 150, 200 words. So what is a ship? Ship could be anything you can liken it to. People, life, situations, anything. That is what it is for. Your life is not only to be safe. It is not only protecting my... It has to be beyond that. I have to empower people. I could just be safe at home, but I want to reach out to you. I want to empower you. So I come out to you. So whatever the purpose of life is, and of course there could be criticism also at times. So there's only one way to be perfect, as I say, don't do anything. If you don't do anything, you won't make mistakes, you're perfect. So that is alright. But then that is how it is. A ship in harbour is safe. If you don't do anything, you're safe. In the sense, you will not be criticized. But then nobody will know you. If you want to reach out, if you want to make a mark, you have to go out. And that what you're going to do should be your decision. You have to decide and do it. Is that clear? So this much of a hint you need to give in the first paragraph. First paragraph is a good idea when you... So this is the way you will explain the quote. It is not that the examiner needs the full explanation. He needs to understand your perspective. He also understands the perspective of the question. Right? So don't only keep on explaining that. He has to understand. So something different. So ship can be personified like that. And then, but are they safe? A question mark always gives you the edge. So, are they safe in the harbour? Well, I don't think so. So that sort of a thing could be. Are they safe in the harbour? When things are not used, they get rusted, they get unused, they are not come up to the efficiency, whether it be life or anything. Physical fitness, spiritual fitness, whatever, we have to keep on doing. It is only then we are able to go out, even in the harbour or wherever, the oiling and all also has to happen and to keep on doing it. It's not that it's there and it's all correct. So these things must happen, the running and the using it. For us it is burning calories are a must. Right? So this is the first paragraph. Now, after that, what will be the flow of the essay? See, I invite you to think out of the box. You cannot always give the same examples. Mahatma Gandhi, Swami Vivekananda, same examples. You can take up different incidents from their stories if you want. Because see, when you give different examples, you will be able to give only when you have read widely. But I'm sure you all are reading widely. But then when giving examples, I see the same examples coming up. So why can't we be a little different there? So here, for example, if the rest of the paragraphs, you have to, as I always say, it has to be broad spectrum and you have to touch upon many points. Like for me, I will start that this is a quality that is to be inculcated. What quality? Of risk-taking. So when you are going to go out, when you venture out, you are taking risks. But that is a quality that is to be inculcated. When you're very young. So don't do that. Overprotection kills it. So what kills it? Overprotection of anything. Overprotection kills it. So this is what we have to be careful of. Whether it is overprotection as a child or it is not delegating in the office, then you don't take risks. When you're going to be criticized, when you're going to be not giving empowered to do anything, then nobody is happy about it and they might not take decisions. Right? So this thing gets inculcated right from the beginning of taking risks, of opening up, and then expressing your own thoughts and views. So those things come up, right? So this, when you do this, when you have this quality, then you are moving out of the harbour, you are going out to different places. See all the voyages that happened, all the travellers. If I talk about the sea as such, whether it was Columbus or Vasco da Gama, I'm sure if they had not come out, somebody else would have found India or America. But nevertheless, they went out and they found new places. So they actually used ship for the purpose what they set for. But similarly, all of us, if we have a goal and we go ahead and do it, we are our own Vasco da Gama or Columbus or whatever we want to call ourselves. Right? So this is what it is. We need to take risks and do it. You talk about people taking decisions and doing it. Whether you take about Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa, she went out, worked with the poorest of poor. Of course, she must be also very vulnerable to sickness and disease, as she was from there, communicable diseases and all, but she worked with them. She left her house, she worked with them, and she got the Nobel Prize for Peace. They did not work for the Nobel Prize for Peace, but then that's what she got. You cannot actually go for something that I want. If you go for fame, it never comes. You work and you get fame and recognition. So, but then you have to take your decisions and you have to dedicate yourself. So you have to look at what ship is for. If I say instead of ship, if I put life, what is life for? If I substitute ship here for life, what is life for? For moksha. Then what is moksha? And how will I get moksha? I have to be nice to people, I have to be a good doer, there should be sharing, there should be deeper understanding of the real life that we are all one. So those things have to come up. So understanding what is and how do you get it, that is what is important. So whether it is life, whether it is people, or whether it is situation, getting through through the situation, out of the situation. Now Sonu Sood, for example, he arranged the transport, everybody was at risk. Nobody knew when they would get their money or payments, but very few invested at that time and donated also, arranged the buses. So he took all the risks, and what happened, he came out of into stardom now. He's known and revered and he made a name for himself. Probably at that time, whether he wanted to make a name, I don't know. We never know what a person really is. But then, whatever he did was highly commendable, because coming out at that time when nobody wanted to come out, he came out and did it. That was the need of the hour and he did it. So he must be God sent for so many people. So it is a situation. All students battle with the situation of exams, of careers, of getting seats in the, the medical or engineering, or you all for your UPSC. So there are situations you're tackling with. And you have left comfortable jobs. Most of you all have left comfortable jobs and are studying to get the seat. You have left. You all were safe in your jobs, you all left that because you all felt you all can do better and you all are working towards it. So you yourself are an example of this quote. Right? So you can talk about this in different places. You talk about life in one paragraph. Then you can talk about maybe the country in another paragraph. You can talk about history. How, if we talk about the Sikh history, how with 40 people, they fought the war. Charlie Muktiyan. So, if you talk about Shivaji also, how he gathered people and fought the wars and created the Maratha kingdom there. So you all will know more details about these examples. So come up with that. But this is how you can create. Nothing was achieved. Are we talking about Mahatma Gandhi? He thought about non-violence as a way of winning independence. He knew we will not be able to do it tactically with any other thing, with such a big empire. So, and he got people together. He thought, you conceive what you conceive in the mind, and you're clear here, and you start walking. Then the road unfolds itself. It's not that the end point is visible and the track is clear. No. You start the journey, you realize, and as it comes, you deal with it. Nobody can foresee everything, but then that is how life is. So whether it is history or current, any situation, economic, social, anything, where a decision is taken and how it will be dealt with, all these situations can come up with. And the purpose is zenith, the fulfillment. So once you are able to achieve what you have decided, that is what the purpose of life is. That, and whatever is your purpose, that is what is important. Right? So whatever you decide, if you are able to do that, if it is admiration of family, admiration of the country, whatever it is, you strive to do your best and be the best version of yourself. And that is your duty, to be the best of yourself. And that is what it is for. That is the purpose of life. And that is what ship is for. That is what life is for. That is what our thoughts are for. That is what our action should be for. Okay? So it is this we can talk about. We have to live fully to be able to achieve what we want. We must go risk. Take risks. This is very important. And what are the risks you face? You can't think that everything will be cozy. No, things will be difficult. But then they go ahead and do it. So that is very important. And that is how this essay will come up. Hope you have got some input and some ideas. Purpose of my talking to you is to spark your ideas. Some ideas, and that will give birth to your own ideas, and that is what will help you to write good essays. Okay, so if you are interested in being with me for your essay course guidance, then you must look into the description box and click over there and find out our details and contact us. Okay, all the best to you. God bless you.